The truck was about to cross a bridge, but the concrete bridge broke. Just as the truck was crossing, it fell off the bridge. The traffic controller, who had been directing the flow, instantly turned into a few raccoons. At that moment, a large tree suddenly fell into the middle of the road. To avoid the fallen tree, the truck swerved sharply and fell off a cliff. The tree also turned into a raccoon, and one raccoon even climbed onto the truck to block the driver's view, causing both the truck and the driver to fall. The next day, the raccoons gathered around the TV to watch the news. When they saw the report about the accident, they laughed with joy and began celebrating. However, the celebration was short-lived, as the news revealed that the development of the forest would continue. This made the raccoons devise a new plan. The raccoons started to create supernatural events in the forest. They used a half-human, half-fox creature to mesmerize construction workers, who began to submit to it. The raccoons also transformed into lanterns to scare off passing people. One night, a security guard saw a woman in a red dress crying by the side of the road. When the guard approached her, he saw that she had no face. Terrified, he ran away, but to his surprise, the woman on the bicycle caught up with him and turned to reveal her face. The guard ran back to the guardhouse, only to find his colleagues also had no faces. Panicked, he ran to a convenience store for help. But eventually, he fainted. The raccoons used this method to celebrate and scare away many workers, but new workers always came the next day. The raccoons sent two of their best shapeshifters to a nearby village to recruit even stronger raccoons. During this time, however, food in the forest became scarce due to extensive deforestation, and the raccoons were forced to steal food in the city. They were either hit by cars or caught in hunters' traps, leading to heavy casualties. As their numbers dwindled, more raccoons decided to disappear along with humans. Meanwhile, powerful raccoons were on their way to assist. These raccoons were no ordinary ones, they were several hundred years old and each had incredible abilities. Upon arrival, they immediately began training the other raccoons in advanced shapeshifting techniques. They transformed into various ghosts and monsters, walking through human streets, with some even flying in the air. Their ghostly forms scared the daylights out of the timid humans, causing widespread panic. But then, the most powerful raccoon, exhausted from using so much magic, suddenly suffered a heart attack and died. Despite this, the raccoons continued to celebrate their success, believing humans would eventually recognize their insignificance and develop respect for nature. However, the next day, the news reported that the Grand Parade of Monsters was actually a publicity stunt for an amusement park. The raccoons were furious and wanted to smash the TV. They were so angry that some of them lay on the ground and cried. They cursed humans for being so cunning. This failure deeply affected the raccoons, and their group began to split apart. Some radical raccoons even hid in the forest, turning into giant snakes to scare away loggers, while others turned into humans to confront humans at the roadsides, hoping to stop further destruction of the forest. Now, some raccoons were even revealing their true forms to fight humans. But this approach led to more casualties. The powerful raccoons, who had transformed into a magnificent treasure ship, took the non-shapeshifting raccoons to find a new home. Meanwhile, the radical shapeshifting raccoons started causing destruction in the city, but ultimately, they were killed by humans. Remaining raccoons, devastated by the destruction of their land, cried out for the return of their mountains, homeland, and wildlands. Finally, the raccoons decided to use their illusionary powers to restore their original world, even if it was only for a